Hello and welcome to my kitchen table where hopefully I'm going to be able to simplify what can sometimes be quite a complex game. And I thought I'd get a little bit of help from my kids' superheroes here. Now since restart, we've had 3 separate occasions when games have gone to uncontested scrums. Quite unheard of, unprecedented, but quite complex as well. And there's been lots of questions asked around whether or not a player should have been replaced, whether or not a team should have been punished by losing a player, and all the different scenarios that come into play. And there are so many different scenarios that could happen that referees can't have that all in their mind, because that's when we make mistakes. So we actually have this little document which are in our kit bag and that we use when these things start to happen, and just take you through what it is. And what you have to firstly understand is work out why is the player going off. So the first player he goes off, was it because of foul play? Was it because of a blood injury, a head injury, a contact injury, or a card of some sort? You then work across and work out what this second player got replaced for, and then you, in the little grid down here, it tells you should they lose a player and how many players they should be working to. So let's go down to that first occasion, Bath versus Wasps, that cracking game down at the Rec. First of all, we had Tommy Taylor, the number 2, the hooker from Bath. He went off injured, not from Bath, he was from Wasps. And then on came his replacement, Gabriel Ogre. He got injured with a head injury, so he went off too. On came a player who couldn't hook, hadn't hooked before, and so obviously those scrums went uncontested because safety of the players is paramount. But let's look and see whether or not they should have lost a player or should have forfeited a player as a bit of a punishment, I suppose. So the first event, Tommy Taylor, we remember, went off, contact injury. He had an ankle injury, so he worked across. And then we saw that Gabriel Ogre went off with a head injury. So we go down, they meet up, and we realise that no, they shouldn't lose a player. They stay with 15 aside, 8 against 8 in the scrum. Remember, anytime it's uncontested scrums, it's got to be 8 against 8. So on we went, 15-15, 8 against 8 in the scrum. Then we went to Quins. Quins against Bath. Bath involved this time, and this time it was Jack Walker. He got sin-binned. On came Tom Dunn. He got sin-binned. So they replaced the hooker with a player who couldn't hook. Again, uncontested scrums for safety. But do they lose a player? They've already got 2 in the bin, so they're down to 13 men anyway. So let's look. Yellow card, first offence for Jack Walker. Second one, we go across. Yellow card for Tom Dunn. Yes, they do lose a player, down to 12 men. Remember, 8 against 8, so 4 in the back line. So Quins had 7 in the back line. Bath only had 4, and Quins couldn't score in that right-hand corner, you remember. Then the third occasion we've seen it was this week down in Bristol at Ashton Gate. Bristol against Northampton, when Northampton had an injury to their loose head prop. So first of all, their first loose head prop, Danny Hobbs Aboyemi, he went off injured. On came Nick Orterak. Nick Orterak again, he was injured. He went off. Replacement came on. And there we are. We have 3 players, but no loose head prop. Unsafe, so uncontested scrums. Did Northampton have to lose a player? Let's have a look. First event. So Danny went off. He was injured. Contact injury. We go across. Nick Orterak, he went off. Contact injury. So yes, they went down to 14 players. They lose a player on that situation. So a really complex area, but hopefully a bit more clarity. So sorted that out, and we'll sort some more out as we go along. See you next time.